Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Marla. Today we're going to do a general reading for June 17th until June 30th. We have quite a few astrological events happening over the next couple weeks. We have the summer solstice on June 21st. This is when the sun moves into the sign of Cancer, and it's the first official day of summer. This is also the longest day of the year. Then on June 26th, we have Mars going retrograde. Mars only goes retrograde every 26 months. So when he does go retrograde, it's a very important time. Lots of shifts are expected to be happening during this Mars retrograde. And then on June 27th, the day after that, we have a Capricorn full moon at 6 degrees of Capricorn. So the moon will be at 6 Cap, the sun is going to be at 6 Cancer, and that full moon is going to be conjunct Saturn. So lots of things going on. The cards are very clear this week with their message. So let's get to the cards, and then maybe we'll touch on some of these astrological things again as we go through. So the first card I want to talk about is the energy of the full moon. That's this card here. This is the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. And the card is Ishtar. Her message is boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. And I'm just going to read this card from the book because I think it's an important message. And we're going to see that as we go through the rest of the cards. A sincere desire to give of service is wonderful. However, there's a distinction between giving of yourself and giving up yourself. If you feel tired, guilty, or resentful while helping others, then you're not truly helping them, are you? You're injecting poisonous energies into the relationship, and then no one benefits. Step back and reassess the situation. As you respect your own boundaries, others will begin to recognize and respect them within you and within themselves as well. Now that's a healthy behavior to teach others. You're giving too much. Okay, these are some of the meanings for you. You're giving too much. You need to become more assertive. Don't do things out of guilt or obligation. Well, we've been having a big theme around relationships in the last several readings, and I feel that Ishtar's message here about boundaries is a reminder to some of you watching that you need to set healthy boundaries with people. You're giving, and allowing yourself to be drained. It's time to start saying no and putting yourself first. And very often people think that that's a selfish thing to do. But when we see it from a different perspective, we realize it's not. It's often likened to that metaphor of when we're on the airplane and we have to put our own oxygen mask on before we can help other people. If we allow ourselves to be drained, we can't really give. And to be honest, when we're in that situation, we're not giving from our heart with love. We're doing it out of a sense of obligation, and we're doing it often with resentment. And we can make ourselves sick, either in the short term or long term, with even, what I mean by that is there can be some long-term illnesses that come about from this overgiving and allowing yourself to be drained. So the message coming in is about boundaries. As I said, that full moon in Capricorn is going to be conjunct Saturn, and Saturn represents boundaries and limitations. He's in the sign of Capricorn, which is where the moon's going to be, which can also represent authority figures. And so some of the people that you need to set boundaries with, maybe you feel they're an authority figure in your life, or they have some kind of power over you. And you need to look at how that power is being distributed in your relationship. Because if there's not an equal distribution of power, it's really not a healthy relationship. So what is the overall energy for the next 2 weeks. Mental conflict. These cards are the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Okay, this is a 2 card. So we're having to find balance over the next couple weeks with some kind of decision that needs to be made. And many of you are stressing over making this decision. I feel it has a lot to do with not trusting yourself here. But you're going back and forth in your mind. Things aren't clear. I feel for many of you, you kind of know what you want to do. You know what you want to get to or how you want to move forward, or how can I say this? It's like you know where your destination is, but you don't know the path to get to that destination. And that scares you. And when we go through the rest of this, we're going to look at how we just need to surrender at times. Sometimes the road is not clear, but when we set intentions on a goal, we have to surrender how we achieve that goal and trust in the universe to guide us down the road that we need to go. But there's likely going to be a lot of stress coming up, and the planetary alignments are such over the next couple weeks that it's bringing up a lot of your karmic story. So it's going to be a bit stressful for some of you, because maybe some things that you haven't wanted to look at about yourself are going to be coming forward now. Because it's time to look at the things that we've been hiding from ourselves, the things that we've really not wanted to address. Part of the energy that's coming in on the planet right now is an expansion of our perception, an expansion of our third eye. Basically, people are awakening and they're seeing things that they didn't notice before. Things are becoming much clearer. Now, at this point, when we get this mental conflict card, what happens is that's a battle between our ego and our soul. Our soul is telling us, hey, you want to go over there. But our ego is saying, you can't go over there. You don't have what it takes to get over there. You don't know what you're doing. And it tries to undermine you. And that is what puts you in mental conflict. But when we surrender to our soul, we let go of our ego fears, we're able to move forward. So I drew a couple cards here to help us understand what it is that we're needing to let go of in order to make this decision. And this can be about a person, okay, because we're needing to set boundaries with someone, or it can be about a situation. So when I drew the cards, 2 fell out, and it's funny that they each go with one of these situations. The first one is surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. So again, the issues of boundaries is coming up. And for those of you that are needing to make a decision around a relationship in your life, the universe is saying that there's an unhealthy relationship here. Someone is taking more than they're giving, or they're toxic. And that toxic energy can bring us down energetically if we don't set the proper boundaries. We also have surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open up the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Okay, for some of you, you may need to look at your beliefs in the abundance that's able to come to you. And for some, you may need to look at both of these cards. You may have both of these situations going on in your life. Because if you don't believe in abundance, if you believe in scarcity, that's when we get into this mindset of letting people take advantage of us because we don't believe we're worthy, or we don't believe that we can get the things that we want. Abundance is available to all of us. We have to create the mental state that allows for abundance. Some of the karmic things that might be coming up. A lot of people are experiencing issues in their life right now, and this is related to the Mars retrograde because Mars is conjunct the South Node. This is the first conjunction of 3 for Mars on the South Node, which represents our past lives and our karmic story. So whatever you're being shown in your life right now, whatever struggle you're facing, is going to be what you're working on during Mars retrograde. The universe is showing you now where your limitations are. What is it that we're not seeing? Material harvest, number 9. Number 9s are completions of a cycle. Okay, so there's something that wants to be harvested in your life. This is about getting your reward, reaping what you sow. And I feel like this is talking about things, positive things coming into your life at harvest time. This is August and September, which are going to be really important periods for everyone as far as has rewards or positive blessings coming into their life. But this card also represents our level of independence. When we set healthy boundaries with people, when we become our authentic selves, when we learn to love ourselves and we're happy with who we are, that's where the abundance flows into our life. Otherwise, we're in codependent relationships. As we have seen, relationships that aren't healthy. So the hidden message here is that you need to take control of your own life, assert your independence, and believe in yourself and your ability to bring that abundance into your life. How can you proceed? Partnerships and alliances. Number 3. Okay, so how you want to proceed in this situation is you want to look at your partnerships. Are they an equal partnership? Are you on equal footing? Is there an equal balance of give and take? Now, at the summer solstice, there's going to be a very interesting configuration. That is Venus conjunct the North Node, opposite Mars conjunct the South Node. Venus is the feminine energy, Mars is the masculine energy. And so it represents partnerships. And the North Node is our direction in life. The South Node is our past lives and our karma. So we need to find balance in our partnerships. An opposition is a tension aspect. It's showing us where our relationships are not in alignment. At the same time, we have the Sun square Chiron. And so this is going to be opening perhaps some old wounds, possibly old patterns that you have with these relationships in your life. And Saturn in the mix too. So what I feel like they want you guys to know is the aspects are wanting you to release the old to make way for the new. Okay, like you can't bring healthy people into your life if your life is filled up with toxic relationships. Now, for some of you, if this doesn't resonate with you, this could be talking about a situation that you're needing to look at and make a decision. If that's the case, then this can represent something positive. Maybe finding a person, a teacher, a mentor, someone that can help you in making this decision or seeing the direction that you need to go. What is coming up in the future? Hope. Number 17. Hope adds up to 8, and 8s are karmic numbers, karmic release. So what the universe is wanting you to know is that there is something really positive coming in to your life. There's a lot of light, healing, harmony coming into your life. And I feel like they're saying, don't let yourself get all twisted up about making this decision. All you need to do is follow your soul. This is the star card in the regular tarot. And the star is about being guided by a higher power. Getting the healing that you need. Being blessed with divine insight. And here we see this big light on the card that is representing the star. If we look forward astrologically into the future, the stars are going to be playing a big role in bringing us our rewards as we have the Lion's Gate coming up and alignments with Sirius. So I feel like the universe is saying, just follow your soul here. Don't stress. Set the intention for where you want to go, and you're going to be guided here. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. When we set intentions, we have to let go of how it's coming, when it's coming. We just have to continue to have faith that it is going to come. So our advice cards. This is from the Angels of Atlantis deck. Our first message is from Archangel Michael. His message is patience. We see a lot of violet on this card, and I have my amethyst out today because of all the karma that's being released. Amethyst can help us. It's the violet flame. The violet flame can clear our old karma. Amethyst, what is the word I'm looking for? It goes with our third eye chakra as well. So seeing the bigger picture. And I feel like that's part of Michael's message, because he's saying have patience. He's asking you to see the bigger picture. And again, it's about knowing that things take time. If we talk about the harvest, we have to wait for the crops to grow. There's no way to rush it. On this card, we see the pyramids. The pyramids took a long time to build. Yet, no one ever believed that they weren't going to be built. Put one stone in place at a time. And so he's saying that if you've set the intention, what you want will come. You just have to have patience, and you have to let go of outcomes. So even if you're not seeing things immediately, doesn't mean they're not coming. The second message is from Archangel Gabriel, benediction. I feel this message is very similar to the message of hope or the star, because Gabriel's message, and remember, Gabriel is the messenger of God. He's saying that you're divinely guided. You're always getting what you need from the universe. You just have to trust and not allow yourself to go into a mode of fear. When you release the fear, you allow the wisdom and the abundance to flow into your life. When we're in this kind of mode, which can represent, as I said, the battle between the ego and the soul, it can be really hard to hear the messages of the divine speaking to us. That's why we're often guided to meditate, because this can help us begin to differentiate from what is ego and what is our true soul's message. So if you're too much in fear with this, it's hard to hear these messages. But if you let go, if you surrender and you trust, you'll get the divine guidance that you need. There's actually so much positive stuff coming in for everybody. I've been looking ahead at the astrology and things the next couple months, getting channeled messages, and there's really nothing to be in fear about. We are becoming blessed with being manifestors in our lives and awakening consciousness. So, no fear. Get ready to move forward. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. Have a great couple weeks, and I'll speak to you soon.